So here we are faced with another tax season. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from TurboTax is CPA and TurboTax expert Lisa Greene-Lewis. Good to see you again, Lisa.
Good seeing you. Thanks for having me.
Must be time to do the taxes again.
Yes.
Well, first off, TurboTax is once again back at the Super Bowl and having fun. Tell us a bit about that.
Yes. I mean, as far as us being back at the Super Bowl, this is the best time to advertise what TurboTax has to offer for millions of taxpayers that need to get their taxes done. I mean, there's so many people that watch the Super Bowl, and this is, perfect timing. No better time.
And of course, we're going to show people what the ad looks like, and it's a lot of fun, as you would expect.
TurboTax Live matches you with a tax expert who is right for you.
So you're a perfect match for a freelancer who just bought a home that's also her office?
That's right.
What if I actually have no idea how to freelance, but
I invest in crypto in my hometown of Gravity, Iowa.
Then I'd say you're down to earth and help you report your gains and losses.
What if I
work in London, live in New York, shot a Super Bowl commercial in Los Angeles?
Then I'd say congrats. I can sort that all out for you.
Thank you kindly. Well, what if
what if I really am a freelancer who just bought a home?
Then you can still hand your taxes off to me to get your maximum refund.
Wow, you really are my perfect match.
So let's get back to TurboTax. What is new this year, Lisa?
Yes. So what's new this year? The first thing I want to highlight, really exciting. I think we talked about before our TurboTax Live. So TurboTax is no longer do it yourself. And in the previous years, we've had the ability to get help along the way and get your taxes reviewed by a TurboTax Live tax expert. And so now you have the ability to fully hand your taxes off to a TurboTax Live expert. So whether you want to do your taxes yourself, whether you want help along the way and have your taxes reviewed before you file or fully hand them off, you can do that with TurboTax. And then also, if you have a simple tax return, you can also do all three. There are 3 ways to file, and you can do that for free. So all season, you can do your taxes yourself for free with our TurboTax Free Edition, or you can get help along the way and have your taxes reviewed up until March 31st for free if you have a simple tax return, or you can fully hand your taxes off if you have a simple tax return to a TurboTax Live expert. And that's until March 31st as well.
So that's an incentive to get the procrastinators off the dime, I guess.
Yes, a big incentive because, they can get help from an expert or have them do their taxes for free if they have a simple tax return.
Well, so many people over the last year, really 2 years, have had this new work environment, working from home, full-time, part-time, et cetera. And a lot has changed also. I mean, so many people receiving help from the government, the checks. So tell us how this complicates the tax issues for people this year.
It doesn't have to be complicated. We've seen tax changes before. As you said, there were a lot of trends or things that happened as a result of, COVID. And then also there were a lot of tax provisions that passed under the American Rescue Plan. The number one thing I would say to people, definitely gather your documents all in one place. And then with the new provisions, one of the big ones, the child tax credit and the advanced child tax credit payments that people received in 2021, you want to have, there's a new IRS letter, IRS letter 6419. You want to have that in front of you when you get ready to file, because you need to report the accurate amount that the IRS gave you. Not only because you don't want delays in your return, but you also may be able to, you definitely can probably claim more child tax credit when you go to file. And then there's also another letter if you receive the third stimulus, and that's letter 6475. You want to have that in front of you if you're eligible for more stimulus, because you want to enter the correct amount that the IRS gave you, and then you may be able to claim the recovery rebate credit if you're eligible for more. And TurboTax does a really good job of walking you through these new provisions. We have specific guidance related to the new provisions, like the advanced child tax credit and the third stimulus. But yeah, just I would say remember those things, and definitely you want to e-file with direct deposit. That's the fastest way to get your tax refund. Last tax season, about 75% of people received a tax refund, and they were over $2,700 on average. So you want to definitely remember that. And then if you need help, TurboTax has the help you need to get guidance through these new provisions or new life changes.
And you're using some artificial intelligence, I understand, and machine learning to determine who would best be able to offer me help. Tell me a little about
Yes.
that.
So TurboTax, we've been using AI and machine learning in our products, but now we've matched that with our TurboTax Live experts. So we use AI and machine learning to match you with the right tax expert for your specific situation. And the tax experts, they're experienced in whatever your specific situation is, whether you're self-employed, whether you've invested in cryptocurrency, you'll be matched to the right expert that's experienced in those topics.
That's another topic that it seems to be opening up a whole nother can of worms. All the people who've gotten involved with the cryptocurrencies and investing there, and
yes,
most
there
people
is
have
a
no
rise.
idea how it might affect their taxes.
Yes, there has been a rise in investing, and then definitely cryptocurrency with the volatile stock and investing market. And that's another thing. Our TurboTax Premier product, we've really put a lot of time and investment in helping investors claim or report their capital gains and losses, and also cryptocurrency. So with our TurboTax Premier product, you can import directly from your financial institution and cryptocurrency platforms. And you can import up to 10,000 stock transactions at once and 4,000 cryptocurrency transactions at once. It's pretty incredible. Like, it all imports and goes to the correct form, and it captures your sales and the cost information.
And it also all but eliminates the prospects of making a mistake. Because if you're entering something manually,
manual entry.
right.
And a lot of people that are trading now, they do, hundreds of transactions. So it's really helpful. We did, get after the pain point that people had. That was one of the biggest pain points that investors have, is entering all of that information.
Before we let you go, Lisa, there are different versions of TurboTax for people depending upon your situation. Give us a little overview of what would be covered there, the different versions.
Okay. Yeah. So we talked about, if you have a simple tax situation, you would be able to file with our TurboTax Free Edition. And there's over 60 million taxpayers that have a simple tax situation and can take advantage of our free offerings. And then there's our TurboTax Deluxe, and that's typically for people who are homeowners, itemize their deductions. They'll probably have home mortgage interest, expenses like that. And then we have our TurboTax Premier, which we talked about, specifically for investors or if you own rental property. And then we have our TurboTax Self-Employed, which is really helpful for people right now. So many people have become self-employed, and whether you're full-time self-employed or have a side gig, you can use TurboTax Self-Employed. And it also, we talked about AI and machine learning. TurboTax Self-Employed gets smarter. And so it searches for industry-specific deductions. There's so many industries right now, whether you're in the creator economy or a side gig or doing rideshare. So it gets smarter and it learns like these specific expenses directly related to individuals. So it's really helpful for people.
You know, people have gotten more creative when it comes to income, and TurboTax has gotten more creative in tandem with that. For more info, the website is turbotax.com. Lisa Greene-Lewis, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you for having me.